Boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. This that Pelly in the wintertime with that bird, with that chicken. Chillin' with the camera on and jewels on and that chain on, just glisten. We be on straight bars like Jim. That's a gym, just listen. Y'all was trying to keep up with the Jones. I was trying to keep up with my phones. Toss a little stop before they burn around steady. I was just burning out, but I was learning how to stretch it like a finger fold. Never been played with, cause of some same that was at these other. See, I was respecting the hustlers. Y'all be respecting the. I be with shakers and movers, counting my blessings, cause one day you're losing. I was respecting the hustle. Y'all be respecting it. I be with shakers and movers, counting my blessings, cause one day you're losing. Hey, hey, boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. This that ride around, that drive around with them chains on my chest. This that hustle music, when the hustle moving, they ride around with that. This my go getters, we gon' go get it, we gon' go get it, that's it. Boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. I really earned it, lock it, I ain't heard about it, I ain't have more.
Selected. Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
Inside. And Aldama slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Aldama. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Pass to Buzelis. Down low. Here's Castle. He's covered by Yao. And the basket by Castle.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Aldama. And here is Yao. 6 to shoot. Releases. And Yao slams it in.
The height is miraculous. Ming just scaring the rim.
And the Bulls decide to take their first time out here.
Here are your Indiana Pacers.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's rebounded by Indiana. It's Nembhard on the wing. Into the lane. Pass to Yao. Indiana moving it around. There's a screen by Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. Taken away by Williams. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And here are the Bulls now. It's a 3-point game. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Bulls making a switch here. Yao, that's good. Yao's got 9.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Johnson outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Now Foster. After the missed 3 from Trae Young. Pass to Johnson. Here's Stevenson. Nembhard grabs the board. Pacers leading by 5. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And Yao slams it in.
Check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
.112 left here in the first quarter. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pass to Stevenson. Here's the teardrop. Young with the steal. And here's the fast break. .43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Yao. And finished off by Yao.
And we're getting a good glimpse of what Yao can do. He's not going to be a specialist in this league. He is going to be a force.
Here's Edwards. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Pass to Aldama. Back to Nemhard. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Stevenson. Here's Foster. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throw. This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Nemhard's shot is good. Nemhard's got his second basket of the night.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And so it's Indiana looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Pacers team out there.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Now, here is Young. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Bulls trail by 13. Here's Collier, and the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Right side, Edwards. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. It's Edwards on the wing. 5 on the clock. The Pacers pull it in.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Now here is Hachimura. Scoreless thus far. White, wide open. He fires. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That's good from Jackson.
Isaiah Jackson.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Pacers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Jackson Hayes. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Hayes hits them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Chicago calls timeout. A challenging stretch here for Chicago. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Offensive rebound. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Poked away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. On offense, here are the Pacers. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Over in the corner, Avdia. Drills it from outside. Avdia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yes, looking to get better from deep. Denny Avdia just keeps shooting, baby.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Snatched up. Here's Jackson. Pass to Hachimura. Indiana moving the ball around. Taken away by Williams. Stolen by Avdia. And now the fast break. Hachimura with the ball. Shakes him. It's White on the wing. Driving inside. It's deflected. Pass to Castle. Shot clock at 6. To halt the run. And again, no good by Chicago.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Chicago making some changes.
Substitution on the court.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough deep.
Back to Johnson. Powell trying to free himself up. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple of years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. Nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Now here's White. Here's Jackson. Out to White. Pass to Avdia. Back to White. Stolen away.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal. Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
And, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Wow, Avdia quick to the cup. What a finish.
Here's Chicago. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. To the left wing. Here's Hachimura. From outside, off the mark. Here's Stevenson. And he drives in. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. Here's White. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Johnson. He hangs. And it's good on the layup. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, it looked like the D was going to get to that shot, but what a job he did to change his release and get the lay-in.
And he recovers it. Outside for Jackson. And a wide open look for Hachimura. Chicago grabs the miss.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Pass to Foster. No good from 11 feet.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Pacers just dominating this one. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And so White will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Here's Collier. Pass to Buzelis. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
White with it. And it's Buzelis picking him up. They get the rebound. Here's Jackson. Outside, Avdia. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Clock at 6. And Yao slams it in.
And this is why Yao Ming is an all-star caliber talent, because of that ability to just dominate offensively.
And is out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Here's Williams. And they pick up 2.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Shot's good from Young.
At his best when attacking the rim. Young not settling for a jumper, putting the onus on the D. They are just killing him on the interior.
Indiana leading by 22. And the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Yao. Rebounded by Castle. Chicago with the ball. And he comes up with the deuce. Castle's got his second bucket.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, in this positionless era of basketball, small ball has given way to giants with guard skills. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle said, "We're living in a different galaxy. The skill level of 7-footers is approaching new heights. You just can't say enough about how the game has evolved." Kevin?
DA, you and I were just talking the other day. What these kids are doing with that size is just mind-boggling. Amazing to see. Chicago calls timeout. Here's Collier. 6 points for him. Yao with the block.
At 7'6", Yao is a huge shot blocking threat. Got to be careful shooting when he's roaming nearby.
And a wide open look for Howard. And Aldama slams it in.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
One of your keys defensively is do your work early and push him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Collier. Rebound by Yao. It's intercepted. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Doesn't go that time. Pacers leading by 21. Howard. He goes up again. Pass to Nembhard. A three-pointer is right on target. Nembhard's got 7 points in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Young with no one around. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Collier. Jams it in off the great move.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Nembhard's shot is good.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding it.
They get it back. Out to Edwards. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
Johnson for three.
Remaining in the third.
Aldama with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Scooped up. Young outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Bulls ball.
Here's Chicago. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Foster, that's good.
And you can just see the defender just way too slow. And he got burnt there for the layup. That's where speed can kill.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Now here's Edwards. No scoring in this one. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Bulls substitution. Number 44, Patrick Williams.
1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Young. Here's Yao. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in play.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Indiana making some changes. Johnson outside. And the rejection by Jackson. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. This is his second trip to the free throw line. That one misses for Williams.
One shot.
.50 seconds left in the third. Here's White. Outside, Avdia. To the middle. Here's Hayes. Back to Avdia. Hayes. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Here's Williams. And the slam by Williams.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
High post, Jackson. Out to White. Beyond the arc. Another shot. And the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got 7 points.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Chicago ball.
There's Williams with the 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Indiana out in front, running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Stolen by Avdia. Indiana again turning it over. Puts it up off the inbound. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Stevenson inside the three-point line. Lays it up off the glass.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Pass to Hachimura. Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
And here comes the break. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 5 to shoot. Brooks. Second chance effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Hachimura, second personal foul. Second team foul. That's the line for the Bulls.
And he makes the first.
2 shots.
He's off on the second. But 3. It's good from long range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
White looking around. Driving the lane. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Double clutches. Pacers with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Pass to Hachimura. Bounce pass, Avdia. Avdia on the wing. Powell with the steal. Fast break, Chicago. Here's Brooks. Goes up again. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Here's Avdia. Basket counts. 10 points for Denny Avdia.
Avdia has added some strength to the frame, and he puts it to work right there.
Lets a floater go. And the rejection by Jackson.
Substitution on the court.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. No good again that time. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Fires the three. It's all in by the Bulls. Williams in the post. Fader on the way. And the shot is long.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Here's Nembhard. A new 14 for Indiana. And Yao slams it in.
Oh, great follow. When Yao gets good position, he's impossible to move, and he's got great hands.
Williams can't hit. And the foul on Patrick Williams. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And the Bulls making a change here.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Indiana.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Yao.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Here's Foster. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good.
Foster taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
Keep in mind with Yao, it's not all about size. He's a skilled player in a big body, and that's a lethal combination.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Number 30.
Yep, it counts.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Poke loose. Fast break, Chicago. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Yeah, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Plenty of space. Yep, it's good.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight.
Near off a script, it's a movie inside. Said she wanna earn the spotlight, you got Louis to buy me. He even got his screws loose and he ain't no to buy me. All this ball, gotta throw on all this jewelry to ice. You ain't gotta teach me how to drill. I